Hello students, welcome to class. Today we're going to talk about paranoia, lies, and censorship. So I was inside the little village festival that was going on in my town, you know, where they block off the street and they have musicians there and they sell popsicles and they have all the businesses, kind of clothing in the street and stuff like that they're selling. So I was enjoying myself. I was dancing to this amazing group outside of this ice cream place. And the group was a saxophone player and a guy who was playing the rhythm guitar but had his foot on the drum. Anyway, it was really great. And I was noticing that the signs that were selling the different products there were mostly, like almost entirely not vegan. So I have a little sign with me and I made a little TikTok video which says on this little sign here, this is it right here, I'm just going to read it. It says, "We encourage this business to stop using dairy products. Milk and cheese come from rape, enslavement, kidnapping, stealing, and murder. Go vegan. Vegan means love." So, this is the sign I used in my TikTok video. Now, when you read this sign, if you read the actual words there, it says, "We encourage this business to be morally in line with their values," which I assume is that they care. Most people do care, or at least they say they do. And in no way does this say that people shouldn't go to this business. It's simply saying we encourage this business to have more vegan options. So, and I was also filming the fact that they did have a vegan ice cream there. So I was filming that part of all of the signs in the menu. So I was making a video talking about how it's great to have more vegan options in the village and how slowly but surely we can get our 100 clicks and become vegan, because that's how it works. It doesn't just happen overnight. And when we go into businesses and we ask them for vegan options, it reminds people that people want these options, that they want cruelty-free things that they can buy, whether it be baked goods or sandwiches. You know, having a great vegan chili there is great, or sandwiches that are made from lentils or chickpeas, avocado, tofu, all of these things. So this is what people want because they don't want to contribute to deforestation and the demise of our environment, as well as it's healthy. And so I just had to push the button on my camera there for a second because it went blank. It said battery running out. Anyway, what was happening is I was just standing outside and suddenly this man comes up to me and he says, "Hey, I hear that you're saying bad things about my restaurant." And I said, "Oh, really? Who told you that?" And there was this young lady there and she said, "Oh, you posted on TikTok." And I said, "Okay, really? Would you like to show me what bad things I said about the restaurant?" And he said, "Well, apparently you're telling people not to come here." I said, "Oh, yeah? Can you show me the evidence of this?" And I said, "That's not what I'm doing." I said, "I'm here to ask different businesses and encourage different businesses to have more vegan options. This is something that you would think that business owners would want to know about. They usually typically want to know what their customers want. And I wasn't saying to not go there. I was saying buy the vegan option and encouraging them to have more." And he starts to tell me when I was filming, he starts to say, "Can you not film?" And I said, "Well, I'm in a public place and I'm filming myself." And he said, "Well, I don't want you to film me." I said, "Well, then why are you standing in the video?" Like I was literally filming myself and he was, you know, standing with me in the video. And so I said, "Well, if you don't want to be filmed, how about you just move?" And he said, "Well, I don't want you to talk about my business on camera." And I said, "Well, if you're proud of your business, why wouldn't you want some free advertising about it?" He said, "Well, I don't want you to talk about it." And then he came and he pushed the button of the camera and turned the video off. Yeah. So he thought it was okay to invade my space and to touch my $1,000 phone and to press the button on it and to terminate my video. And so I said to him, "Don't do that. Don't touch my things." And I said, "If you don't want to be filmed, please just step away from me because I'm in a public place and I'm just doing some reporting here about what's going on in the village." Then he said, "Let me tell you something." And he started to tell me about that he has a vegan option. And I said, I know. I said, that's great. I said, do you know what they do to the cows? Yes, I know what they do to the cows, he says. I said, well, can you tell me? Because I don't think you really know. I said, did you know that they kill the babies? He said, well, that's not the point here. And I said, well, actually, that's exactly the point. I want to encourage your business to have more vegan options. You already have something. I said, why do you have something? He said, well, because, you know, they, doesn't matter, he said. And he said, I was trying to get him to say, like, because it's the right thing to do, and to encourage him to keep going. But anyway, in the end, he ended up walking away, and I just realized how amazing people are still in this day and age. So there was this assumption that I was doing something that I wasn't, and there was this paranoia, and there was this fear, and there was this attempt at censorship. Like, if I'm in a public place, I'm allowed to film myself. If somebody walks behind me right now, chooses to be in my video, then I don't have the responsibility to turn my camera off every time. That's not how it works. And it's not like I walk around with my camera on all day. But I found it really interesting that he felt this cognitive dissonance. He feels like he's a good guy. He feels like his product is good. He feels like his company is good, and yet he doesn't want somebody to talk about it. And I was thinking to myself, there was other people filming there, tons of people. And if there was a reporter from CTV News, CBC News, I don't know, Fox News, CNN, whatever, filming the event, would he walk up to them and just, walk up to a camera person and just turn off the camera? Would he ever do that? Of course not. So why did he feel that he could come up to me and go ahead and touch my camera? Is it because I'm smaller than him? Is it because I'm a woman? Is it because he's afraid of what I'm going to say? Is this an attempt to silence somebody who is trying to help the environment and the animals and also human health, by the way? It's bizarre, isn't it? So as animal rights activists, this is what we're up against. We're up against paranoid people who are actually not really proud of the businesses that they have, or else they would be, hey, come and talk about my business. Come and tell me how you think I should improve to make the customers happier. What do you suggest that I have in here to make you want to come here? And I would have said, hey, have some more tofu options, have some more lentils and chickpeas and rice, have a delicious vegan soup, and slowly phase out the dairy products because they come from enslavement, rape, kidnapping, stealing, and murder. Not to mention terror and sadness of these innocent cows who are ripped away from their mothers. And I told him about that. I tried to get into detail to say, like, do you really know what's going on? And another gentleman started, by the way, I never mentioned this before, but there was another gentleman there who came in and said, let me tell you about my country. When, in my country, they milk the goats. And I said, sir, I'm not really interested in your country. Because people always seem to want to tell me a story about their life and their brother's cousin's mother and everything. I'm not really interested. I'm here to make videos to encourage people to be as vegan as possible. Now, I know that Earthling Ed does videos where he listens to people's stories. That's not my style. I'm not here to listen to excuses. There's no excuse for animal abuse. Your religion is not an excuse. Your diet is not an excuse. Your family's history, your culture, your habits, none of it is an excuse. You are a grown person. You have the ability to take your money and give it to a business that is ethical or a business that isn't. And you can encourage businesses to be more ethical. And that's what I'm doing. So if this gentleman happens to see this video, I encourage you not to be paranoid and to simply really just look at what it is that you're doing and how can you provide more satisfaction to your customers. Me being one of them. I would love to come into your restaurant more often. Right now, I have the vegan option of the ice cream, but I would like to have more options, and I encourage you to gradually, over the next year, start to phase out this cruelty ice cream and have cruelty-free versions. So that's my message today. So thank you everyone for being here. Coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of videos. Yeah, I'm going to move back so you can see them. They're going to be over here on the sides. Please click on them, like, subscribe, press the notification bell, and help me get the animals out of hell by encouraging people to be as vegan as possible. There we go. Actually, I think I'm going to walk away so you can see better. Bye for now. Love you guys who are trying so hard.